What is up, everyone? I'm Ryan from Fireside Yankees, and we're recapping the Yankees 1-1 tie to the St. Louis Cardinals. Wasn't a very exciting affair offensively. The Yankees just had 3 hits. They didn't work a single walk, so not a lot of runners on base. But we'll get started with probably the only notable offensive performer of the day, and that was Oswaldo Cabrera, who hit a solo home run, the Yankees' only run of the game. Other players who had hits were Jose Trevino, who had a single and reached second on a throwing error, and Giancarlo Stanton, who had a single as well. So not a lot of offense from the Yankees today. Everyone else had offers. There's a lot of concern about Oswald Peraza's spring so far, but I wouldn't be concerned. He's going to be a starting shortstop most likely. He's still the excellent defender that he always is. He's made really good swing decisions. There aren't a lot of questions about his ability to identify strikes and balls, and I think that's going to serve him very well. So I'm not too concerned at all about Peraza's spring training, at least thus far. On the pitching side of the ball, there were a lot of really exciting performances. You had Nestor Cortes, whose velocity was in line with everything he was doing all year last year. So, he's healthy. He's good. He tossed 66 pitches today, so you feel like he can start ramping it up a little bit. And that when he finally has to make his first start of the regular season, which I think it'll either be the 4th or 5th game of the year, he'll be able to go out there and shove. 4 innings pitched, 2 hits allowed, 0 runs, 0 walks, 7 strikeouts. Just a phenomenal performance for Nestor Cortes. He relied a lot on getting called strikes, foul balls. Wasn't getting a lot of swinging strikes, but he was excellent with his command. He was excellent with his pitch usage. He looked phenomenal today. Greg Weissert came in, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 1 hit, 1 earned runs. He ran into a little bit of trouble with his command. He hasn't had an excellent spring training in terms of results. Obviously, the stuff is still nasty, but you'd like to see him, kind of crisp up his command a little bit more. Ron Marinaccio came in, and he's had an excellent spring. So far, he leads the Yankees in called strike plus whiff percentage, and today he tossed 2 scoreless innings of just 1 walk baseball with 3 strikeouts, no hits allowed, no runs given up. He's looked excellent so far this spring. I'm really excited about him taking on a bigger role in this bullpen. Again, we've talked about Michael King having a great spring, Clay Holmes, Jonathan Loáisiga having great springs, Wandy Peralta, how reliable he's going to be for the Yankees this year. Someone that the Yankees kind of can rely upon as a lefty that can handle both lefties and righties with his changeup sinker and that gyro slider. But Ron Marinaccio is very much in that mix as well. He's someone that, had a really good year last year that unfortunately didn't pitch in the postseason due to some shin issues. But going forward, I definitely believe that the Yankees are going to, utilize him in a much larger role. Nick Ramirez came in. He tossed in 2 innings, no runs allowed, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. He's had a pretty strong spring outside of really one just disaster outing. I think he's someone that the Yankees are going to keep around in their farm system. He's not a young guy. He's in his 30s, but the Yankees could use all the left-handed pitching depth they can get. So far just to kind of summarize, he's had 13 strikeouts today, just 3 walks and 1 run and 3 hits allowed. So, a really good day for the Yankees offensive pitching wise. Again, Nestor Cortes, you want to see him have that good outing because first outing didn't go great for him. His command wasn't there. He hadn't pitched all spring due to that hamstring setback. And then the Marinaccio, as I said earlier, you expect him to be a big part of this bullpen. So, you'd like to see Weissert perform a little bit better. You'd like to see the command be a little bit sharper. But looking at Nestor Cortes, man, he looks really, really good. Velocity was good. The movement was there. He had the ride on his fastball that you're looking for, the sweep on his slider that you're looking for. The cutter was moving well. Everything that he needs, all of his tools, all of his weapons, even whipped out a couple of sidearm strikeouts. It's something that Cortes needs to be able to do now because he's going to rely on that in the regular season. We know he's someone who's got almost perfect control of his mechanics, and we were able to see that today. And just seeing him being able to move around, look, like he's in 100% health, which is great because coming back from that hamstring issue, he's had 2 so far. He had 1 in the postseason, he had 1 in the regular season. So, really excited to see at least him get to pitch in a regular season. And again, Marinaccio was excellent. He's someone the Yankees are going to rely upon heavily this year. He's someone who can also handle left-handed batters, which is important because the Yankees don't have a lot of left-handed options. We've talked about Matt Crook. We've talked about Wandy Peralta. But unfortunately, the Yankees, a lot of their pitchers are right-handed, but Marinaccio's fastball and changeup have allowed him to have reverse splits. So I imagine that he's going to be someone the Yankees use a lot this year against lefties. But with that being said, that'll wrap up today's video. You guys have been great to support lately. We are just 1 week away from opening day, and we'll have you guys with post-game recaps after every regular season game as well. We've got you guys with highlights, daily podcast, everything of the sort. You guys can follow us on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and of course our YouTube page. Like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you guys know when we post. And I'm Ryan from Fireside Yankees. You can follow me on Twitter at Ryan Garcia SM, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.